have to, at the very peak of the pinnacle of death out there. We're going to race both the Mavic Mini and the Mavic Air 1 to the pinnacle of death, around the peak and back. All right. This is tad random, and I thought I'd have a little bit of fun today. And I thought what I'd do would be I'd have a little race. And what I want to do is race the old Mavic Air 1. Now, this sucker's pretty fast, especially with these master air screw props on here. And what we want to do is, over yonder, out this way, is the pinnacle of death. So what I thought I'd do today, just for fun, just for a little bit of excitement, we're going to race two. So we're going to go around. We have to, at the very peak of the pinnacle of death out there, we're going to race both the Mavic Mini and the Mavic Air 1 to the pinnacle of death, around the peak and back. And we're going to time it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an online timer or an on-screen timer so you can pick the winner, because it's going to be hard for me to time and fly at the same time since I have to fly each drone separately. So I'm going to fly out there. Both of them are going to be in sport mode. No other modifications other than sport mode, and we're talking lightning fast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the Mini 2, and we will get ready to go later, and bye. There we go. Here we go. All right, so we're ready. She's so quiet and smooth. Okay, all right, let's get this, get it precise. We have 15 satellites. All right. Okay, let's make sure we're in sport mode this time. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're go. In full speed. We're ready to go. Here's sport mode. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. It says we only have 7 minutes of battery because I'm not using fully charged batteries because I haven't charged them in a while. I kind of got crazy on my liftoff there, huh? She's pretty respectable speed-wise though, and look at how the camera stays up in full speed forward. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we get a Now, one of the things I did was I adjusted the gimbal really sloppy. So that's one of the reasons why I had trouble kind of controlling it at first. So this corner will look a little bit sloppy, but it won't, because the gimbal will take a little bit of time to adjust. So we're going around the pinnacle of death. We got to go to it. And we're going to go, we got to go over it, remember. That was the rule. So there we are, we're there. Now we're fighting the wind a little bit because the Mini, is going to take to the wind a little bit differently. Okay, there we go. Now it says flight altitude exceeds. Well, it doesn't exceed it because we are basically crossing over the pinnacle of death, and we are moving back towards our home position. Let's go ahead and get turned the right direction. There we go. Now we're heading home. And we're going to bring our altitude down as we're approaching home. Taking advantage of gravity. And we're definitely a little more pokey, but I would say there are some advantages to what the Mini is doing compared to the to the Mavic Air, it's definitely taking better video at full speed. There's definitely advantage to the video that we are taking as we're coming back. And here comes the Mini. Oh man, she's hauling butt. Whoa! Whoa, man, she skids just like an FPV drone when she stops. Oh, that is cool. Check this skid. Get the skid. Here's the skid stop. That's pretty smooth. All right. All right, let's back her in. And we'll back her in. And oh, I've got her so sloppy in her flying, with their flying controls. But she's set up basically for nice smooth FPV turns. So I'm making sure that my video is smooth because she's a video platform. All right, so the Mini returns. Now we're going to go ahead and show the comparison of those two videos side by side. And there's definitely a lot to compare because both craft are very different at high speeds. And I would even say that the Mavic Air is almost unusable when it comes to video footage at high speed. It really is going too fast. It's actually traveling too fast for its gimbal. It tilts its camera way too low. It really loses the ability to be usable footage at that point. You almost need to fly in normal mode with the Mavic Air when you're doing an extended flight. That's definitely my opinion as to these two. But wow, that was really an amazing flight for as far as I had to go. About a little more than 3/4 of a mile and back. So about 3/4 of a mile and back. So a little over a mile in the total distance. And top speed, of course, will be posted along with looking at the video footage in its forward momentum. And you'll see that the Mavic Air really does lag when it comes to video footage at high speeds. So later, Dad Random, the Mavic Mini racing the Mavic Air 1. What a race it was, what a race. Wow, she's still got 3/4 of a battery. That's pretty impressive. Later, hope you enjoyed it. Kind of a fun comparison. And goodbye. Time to bring this puppy to the maximum test. And you know what I'm talking about. Yes.